Welcome back, everyone. I'm Matt, he's Andy.
Actually, you're Andy and I'm Matt.
Matt and Andy with?
Andy and Matt.
Welcome back to Matt and Andy with Andy and Matt.
As always, I'm Matt and he's Andy.
I thought I was Matt.
That's why I have to correct you almost every other episode about it.
I'm trying to get better about it.
Yeah, I believe you,
Well, Matt.
but I'm a sap.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. Today we're going to be talking about some fun stuff, mostly.
Well, it's actually something if you've watched any of our subject matter, you've probably seen one of these things. We're talking about named attacks in games or anime, mostly just anime right now.
Yeah.
Because there's such a deep pool to reach from. But actually, from what I could find when I researched it, I tried to look up. There was an anime, a giant robot anime called Zinger Zar, something to that effect, in the 70s, and they decided that they wanted to have their attacks named so that it wouldn't just be people grunting in battle. And they thought that it would be another way for viewers to connect with what they were putting out there, and a way they could recognize each other as fans even. And it caught on because almost every anime I've seen since has had at least one named attack in it.
Yeah.
There are so many, and not every attack has to have a name, but that's okay because a lot of them do. What would you say is has the most of these? Because there's quite a few.
I'll tell you what you want to know, big guy, but you know what we got to do first.
What's that?
I don't care where you're listening to me. I don't care where you're listening to that guy. Apple, Spotify,
YouTube.
iTunes, YouTube, YouPorn, FetLife, wherever you're at.
We're on FetLife, like
You're
as
on
this.
FetLife. Like, share, subscribe, hit a bell, ding a dong, tell your neighbor, tell a prostitute. I got that one right this time.
No,
Don't try one, tell one.
Telegraph.
Yeah, telegraph, tell a giraffe, tell the grass. I don't care who you tell, get the word out. We got other podcasts going on. One where he pukes a lot.
I don't puke a lot, just sometimes.
Matt, I've watched them all, and you puke quite a bit.
Why do you gotta?
It's not a secret to our viewers. They probably watch that one too.
I just don't think that's a great way to put it out there. Hey,
Well,
watch my friend puke.
It's a merch push. Soon coming to our Patreon store, we're gonna have Matt printed barf bags.
Cool.
That's
So they're
gonna
going to
be
be
a
my
face.
face on something that people puke into.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Would you rather that or be your face on a urinal cake?
Oh, tough call.
Everybody's pissing on your face, man. But besides that point, you can also check out all of the podcasts on hibyrd.productions.com. That's the gas station, and let's try something new.
Hibyrd.
Hibby.
Hibyrd.
That's how you, Hibyrd. I can't spell it. Kevin can. He just confused me. But yeah, find us there.
Hibyrd.
Yep, you can find Hibyrd Productions on Facebook.com as well, as long as with all the other podcasts. Matt and Andy with Andy and Matt, which you're listening to now. Let's try something new. And the gas station with white t-shirt and T-Money.
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 Monet.
Monet.
Is that
because
like
he's a piece of work.
Is there like an accent on his name when I read it?
No, it's like Monet. Monet?
Monet.
Monet,
Yeah, that
Monet?
has an accent on it.
Yeah. And a little over the E. So you know it's a long vowel.
So yes, there is an accent on it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, I burped on the show finally now.
It took you long enough.
I know, because you were doing enough for both of us.
I wasn't I?
All right. So, Matt, may I kick this off?
Yeah, I asked you before.
Do you have a Matt fact? Before we get into this, do you have a Matt fact?
I actually do have a Matt fact. I want to share
Smack
about
it
money.
real quick, and then we'll shoot into it.
And that's
The penny thing?
the penny thing. Yeah, about when you pick up a penny, the smell that you smell is actually not the penny, but the smell of your body oils corroding at the touch of the iron and copper in the penny.
And do you know what that means when that happens?
What?
You need to take a fucking bath. You dirty, dirty bastard.
Okay.
Matt, can I ask you about a fact?
What?
What happens if you give a mouse a cookie?
He's gonna want a glass of milk.
Oh, shit. It's never enough with them, is it?
No, it isn't.
Boy, howdy. All right, so I'm going to kick this off.
It's never enough for me either.
Yeah,
because
I know,
I'm always
you're
drinking
so
milk.
fucking needy.
Except now because
Yeah.
I just ran out.
Yeah, can someone get this man a refill of his lifeblood before he starts to, what is it? What does it happen? Curdle?
I'll wait.
Okay. All right. So just to kick this off, if you guys haven't figured this out by now, I'm a huge Naruto fan. I'm actually wearing an Ikiraku ramen. Ikiraku. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
there you
wow.
go.
It
Got
was
the milk.
actually...
Here you go, buddy. Drown your sins.
Thank you.
I'm wearing an Ichiraku ramen shirt right now, so we're going to just jump into Naruto. Every goddamn fucking thing that those ninjas do, they have to talk about it first. There is not one move besides punch or kick that doesn't get a name.
You know what? Okay.
And when it comes to Rock Lee, that's all he
Even
do.
punches and kicks do it.
It's all
Thank
punches
you.
and kicks.
Chocolate powder.
Oh, yeah,
no,
you need your chalky powder?
I'm good with just the...
Are you a criminal?
No.
Oh my god. No. Ugh. You are a criminal. Go to jail. So yeah, so pretty much every Naruto attack is named. Let's see. Let's talk off on some of the big popular ones. We got the Chidori, we got the Rasengan, we got the Sharingan. Gosh, what else? The planetary tailed beast bomb,
I would like to bring attention to this shadow possession jutsu.
shadow possession jutsu,
How about the beast mimicry jutsu?
the beast mimicry, the expansion jutsu,
The partial expansion jutsu. the-
Kagebushin no jutsu, sexy jutsu.
What about the water clone jutsu?
The water clone jutsu was dank as hell. Water prison jutsu, sand funk coffin.
The
The funk coffin. You know, and it was really cool because I know you haven't really seen too much into the second series, but like the stuff in there got ridiculous. Like, for instance, Naruto knows the Rasengan, right? And it's like he only has like 5 ninja moves. He's like a shit tier ninja for a really long time, but he goes off and trains with Jiraiya. And he's like, I gotta learn a new Rasengan so I could be competent again. And he's going to like back up some peeps who are getting the shit kicked out of them by like they're getting their shit pushed in.
Oh, that's how we say it.
Yes,
now,
that's what we say on this podcast. They're getting their shit pushed in by this dude with multiple souls, and this motherfucker shows up and goes Rasen Shuriken, and you turn around and he's holding a big ass ball with a big ass energy shuriken on it and just chucks it, and then it just disintegrates the guy. And then they're like, yo. They check him out later because like it banged up his arm, and then medical ninjas just like, he can't do that again or he'll cut off his chakra. And he's like, fuck you, figure it out. And then he did. He was like, fuck you. And then Kurama was like, I got it.
Cool.
Yeah. What would you I know you've watched at least a good amount of the first one and seen a lot of stuff. What would you say is like your favorite named attack in Naruto?
My favorite named attack
Yes,
in
your
Naruto?
favorite named attack in Naruto.
Oh, that is a very tough call. The 8 trigram seal 64 palm jutsu.
Oh, bro. You just like watching Neji beat the shit out of a woman.
No, I actually really liked watching his fight with Kidomaru, the spider guy.
Yeah, that was a cool one.
It was interesting, but all of Kidomaru's attacks had a name too.
All of the attacks have names. Every single one of them. Dynamic entry, leaf hurricane, shadow, demon shuriken,
Lotus.
demon wind shuriken. Yeah, the primary lotus. Does the 8 gates count as a move?
I think they should, because it's a buff.
It is, but it's also a named buff because each gate has a name.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, like, my favorite moment in Naruto, and you're not going to remember this, and if anybody hasn't seen this by this point, Shippuden's been out for a few years, it's your fault.
Okay.
But in the second series, Madara Uchiha, which was like the first most powerful Uchiha, comes back from the grave to start like the new Great Ninja War to basically put the entire planet under a giant Mangekyo Sharingan that he like forecasts onto the moon. Madara Uchiha is like the first Uchiha, like the
Okay.
first Uchiha in the Leaf Village with him and Habarame, who like settled down and made the village. But he's like, yeah, I'm gonna put my giant Sharingan on the moon, and you're all gonna be in a dream state forever, and I will leech you like batteries. No one can hurt him. He comes back, no jutsu work, no one can get a scratch on him, and then someone clips him with an elbow or something. They're like, oh shit, he can get punched. And then Might Guy's like,
He can get punched.
Crack. Well, my time to shine. And this fucking guy wastes no time. He opens up the 7th gate right away, goes at Madara. It's like, this isn't working. And the thing with the 8 gates of pain is they basically release like any chakra restrictions. It's like taking the limiter off of a kid's little street bike. It's not a good idea. They'll go way too fast. That's what happened. You go way too fast, and when you stop going fast, you die. And he knows this. So he's just like, well, it's time to shine. This motherfucker. So he opens up the 7th, right? He gets covered in this blue beast spectral form. And the most intense... I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it, man. The most intense line in that whole series is something akin to he goes... Like, he knows he's got to open the 8th gate, and he's like, it's time for the blue beast of the leaf to die and the red beast to be born. And then his chakra just goes red, and he just, boom, grows twice as big, and he just slams down on this guy, slam a cow, beats the hell out of him, and then dies. And Madara's like, all right, that was cool. Beat up, but he gets back up, and my guy's just like, lava man burning on the ground, and then Naruto's like, I'll save you, pew.
And he does.
Yeah, he just goes, beep, you're not going to get your legs back. But you won't die.
Is that good? That's good,
I mean,
right?
it's better than dying. A melty death.
A melty death,
He was melting.
like Anakin.
I also liked a lot of the stuff that he
should
did.
have had the high ground.
Oh my god. Like the stuff he did with Kurama when he was in Fox Sage mode, like the planetary beast bomb, which he would just make a giant ball of energy on the tails of the 9 tails and then pew. Big.
That seems kind of destructive.
Very extremely so. Like decimating. Like nuclear power beyond the scope of imagination. Nuclear?
Nuclear.
Nuclear?
Yes.
Nuclear? True clear? Where's my true clear, Matthew?
Where you think it was?
Out of stock.
Of course it is.
All right, Matt, you can take the wheel now.
Okay, you mentioned Kurama a couple times. I actually want to shift gears and jump to Yu Yu Hakusho because they had enough named attacks to form a fighting game called the Dark Tournament. It was for PlayStation 2, and near every attack had a name, from Jin's Wind Barrier to Kurama's Seed of the Death Plant to Toya's Shards of Winter to Goro's Focus Energy to what was it?
Spirit gun.
Yeah, to the
the only
Spirit
one I know.
Gun.
Rose whip.
To Kuwabara's Sword Get Longer. That's what he called it.
That was the move?
He would shout it when he used it. He even did it in the show.
Wow. That guy is dumb as hell.
He is cool.
But he's also dumb as hell.
That's okay.
That's fair.
He wasn't there to be smart.
That's also fair, because he definitely fucking wasn't.
I want to jump to Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, Dragon Ball Z.
Because they had so many named attacks and abilities. They didn't use them all the time, but they did have quite an abundance.
Mm-hmm. The Kamehameha wave, Super Kamehameha,
The solar flare.
instant transmission Kamehameha.
Is everything you name going to be a version of the Kamehameha?
No.
Okay.
You want to name another one, and I'll go again.
How about the Destructo Disc?
Saiyaman beam shot or beam cannon, which was also just a Kamehameha.
How about the Kikoho?
Wolfang fist.
The Dodon Ray?
Yeah, the Dodon ray. Solar flare. You already said solar flare.
I did already say Solar Flare.
What-
The Special Beam Cannon, or the
Special Beam
Maken
Cannon.
Kosenpo,
What was
I think it was called.
Didn't Tien have something? Something?
The Tri-Beam.
Yeah, the tri beam.
I think it was called I think that's
Chaozu just
just what they
blows
called
up.
it. And yeah, self-destruct.
Yeah, boom.
I don't know if they called it that. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
in the
goodbye,
in the
Tien.
fighting games?
Yeah, it's called Goodbye Tien.
That's terrible.
Pew, and then he explodes. Yeah, we already said the trigram.
The Tri-Beam.
Tri-beam.
Yamcha just used
The Gallic gun. Yeah, we already said Wolf Fang Fist.
But he also used a Kamehameha that he would just kind of move around.
Yeah, the controllable Kamehameha.
Yeah.
What was that ghost move that Gotenks used?
The Super Ghost Kamikaze attack.
Yeah, that was a cool fucking attack.
That was so great. I loved it.
What is that attack Gogeta does where he like makes that big power ball and then shoots like 10,000 rays out of it?
I am not sure. I know that that Majin Buu did it, and it was the human extinction technique.
Yep.
He named it. He even said after he used it, he's like, "How do you like my human extinction technique? Everyone should be dead now."
Wild. And turn everyone into candy.
No, he that was a beam that just pierced everyone and killed them.
No, I know.
But everyone on the lookout, was candy.
There was also a lot of names for techniques in like all the modes, like Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you had
the
Super
Kaioken.
Saiyan Red, Super Saiyan God, Kaioken, Ultra Instinct. That was it. Those were all of them. I thought there were more.
For humans, it was just in the video games. For humans, it was just called high tension.
Yeah, because like they can't be Super
they're not
Saiyans.
Super Saiyans.
I don't see Krillin growing hair all of a sudden. Bald as fuck. I don't even think he shaves anymore. Just falls out.
Actually, no. I think
didn't he have hair in Super when he was a cop again?
He did have hair in Super, and when he joined the tournament of power, he got it cut.
Yeah. I like how some of the techniques in Dragon Ball were like really simple, like Captain Ginyu, mind transfer.
Oh man.
Yeah, nothing like fancy.
The Crusher Ball.
The Crusher Ball. Yep.
Raccoon. Any attack Raccoon used, he would just say Raccoon this.
Raccoon. Yeah. Frieza's pencils. My pencils. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that didn't have a name. That was like the one that
what
didn't
was his
have
big
a
death ball?
He killed Vegeta with it. He almost killed Piccolo with it.
Pickle.
Yeah.
What was that big death ball that he put on a finger?
Wait, Piccolo used wait, what? The one that Frieza used?
Yeah.
I don't think that had a name either.
Yeah, he wasn't like, I don't need to name my attacks. I know what they are.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know what I'm doing.
You know, I think it was funny. A lot of people give Krillin shit, but that Destructo disc, almost everyone ripped it off.
Yeah, in some form or another, yeah.
Like, Goku used it, Vegeta used it, Frieza used it.
Yeah. Krillin's just like, you motherfuckers.
This is my attack.
Yeah, like, you sons of bitches. Didn't Piccolo have, like, a stretchy arm attack, too?
Yeah, he did, but I don't think it had, like, a
Stretch
name.
Armstrong attack.
That's what I would call it. The Stretch Armstrong. It might be that might be trademarked. I don't think we could call it that.
Yeah, probably not. Another
the stretchy doll attack.
The stretchy doll attack, that's just gross. I've seen what never mind. Don't go in Matt's closet. Fairy Tail is another big one with a lot of names. Like pretty much everything that they do is named. Like one of my favorite things about that too is there's this one wizard who uses keys to summon spirits from like a different dimension, right? But sometimes she has to fight, so her two moves are Lucy Punch and Lucy Kick.
That's funny.
And she punches and kicks.
That's the blonde chick, right?
Yes, that is the blonde chick who punches and kicks. Oh, she also has Lucy Whip, and she goes pew pew.
I was gonna say, didn't she have a weapon?
Yeah, she got a whip. She got a celestial whip. But like all the other ones, like I mean, like so you got Natsu, the main guy. He's got flaming breath of the fire dragon, flaming fists of the fire dragon, flaming fire of the fire.
Really?
Yeah, it's all basically just like flaming blah 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 of the blah 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 with him.
I see.
Yeah, you know, it's actually funny. Not a ton of them really, like, say the moves too much, because, like, a lot of them don't have to. Like, Urza, hers is just re-equip magic, so she just puts on a new suit of armor.
And that's it?
Yeah. Gray Fullbuster's got ice make magic, so he'll be like, ice make snow cone. Snow cones.
I really liked, for this purpose, I want to bring up 7 Deadly Sins on Netflix.
I have not watched it yet. I was planning to, actually, pretty soon.
It's definitely worth the watch. It starts out kind of cheesy, but it gets really like intricate. I guess everyone has their own kind of magical ability. It's strange, but some people have special combat styles or attacks, or like for example, one of them, King, I think they call him. He's the Fairy King. Okay, and he uses a weapon. It's basically a flying spear. It's called Chastifal, but it's got like 14 different forms, and every time he changes it, he says that form's name out loud. Like third configuration, Sunflower, and it's like a solar beam, or fifth configuration, Lumosity, and it's just like a light that when he's in somewhere dark. There's one of them called Pollen Garden, which heals people in it. There's one of them called Increase, where it just morphs into like a billion tiny daggers.
Excellent.
There's so many different like names for just this one weapon, and all the other characters have ones too. Like the giant. There's a giant in it, and she has strange attacks like Ground Gladius, where she'll smash the ground with a hammer, and a big fucking rock just shoots out of it and smashes into somebody. Or Heavy Metal, where her body turns to iron and she just crushes something.
That's pretty dank,
right?
I dig it.
A lot of the attacks have names, and if it doesn't have a name, then there's an ability that they're using in some way.
Does Pokemon count?
Yes. You know who counts? Dale Gribble. Dale Gribble counts because Pocket Sand, like it's a Pokemon attack.
That's one of my favorite named attacks
because it works.
Here's one
Try it.
Here's one that I think maybe you didn't think about. Harry Potter.
You know what?
Every single thing that they do.
Everything they do. Well, that's because it'd be really weird if they didn't. Speaking has become part of magic.
I mean, yeah, but like some wizards don't even need their wand to cast. Dumbledore can cast magic without his wand.
Harry didn't need his wand for a little while with the strange occurrences that happened at the Dursleys.
Yeah, but that was more like his magic seeping out, not like him actively like controlling and casting spells.
Very true.
But yeah, I mean, like, dude, Expecto Patronum. Come on, that's like the coolest one.
It does sound pretty cool.
If you had a Patronus, what do you think it'd be?
My Patronus?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's strange. A turtle.
What kind of turtle? Like a tortoise or like a leatherback?
I'm not sure.
You know what mine would be?
What?
Velociraptor.
You think so?
100%.
Why?
Because I love Jurassic Park. And I would just focus
so why not a pterodactyl or a T-Rex?
Velociraptors are fucking great, bro. How cool would it be to have a little fucking Velociraptor run around and be like, beep, beep, beep? Because that's what Velociraptors sound like. There's a big predator lizard running around. Beep, beep, beep.
Like a squirrel.
It really like throws you off. Like you're like, oh, this thing's not going to murder me. And then it skins you to the bone in 1 minute.
Not even.
And then runs away. Yeah, I mean, obviously every fucking Pokemon move is a named attack. If you could have one Pokemon move, which one you picking?
One Pokemon
None of the
move?
HMs. You can't choose like Fly or Surf.
Probably like Recover, or I want to say, what would be a great one? I mentioned Solar Beam before. I think that would be cool. Maybe Dynamic Punch. Something really powerful.
I was going to say Mach Punch.
Mach Punch?
Yeah, it's a movement choke learns because it's like a Mach 10 punch. Can you imagine I punch you so hard you just dissolve?
That would be painful.
That would be... It actually wouldn't because you dissolve. You wouldn't feel it. The heat around you would just get so hot you just melt like a candle.
Maybe Pin Missile?
Stop throwing darts at me. Ping, 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 ping. God damn it. I'm going to punch you through this wall.
I would want... Like, I wouldn't want just one attack, but... Like, at least even in the video games, even in the Game Boy games, they gave 4 to each of them.
Yep, 4 attacks, but you only get 1.
I only get 1.
You have 3 human moves already. Drink milk, slap, fall.
Fall?
Yeah.
Can I have flail?
That's what fall is. For you.
For me, it's just fall.
Yeah,
okay.
but you just swing your arms wildly and don't even try to catch yourself. You just try to hit something on the way down. Violently. Oh. I want to talk about Keijo.
Hang on, before we I gotta decide on a named attack. I want to hear yours too from Pokemon.
Mach Punch.
You would stick with Mach Punch?
100%, bro. If I could punch you so fast that you dissolve, yeah.
I would want Metronome.
You know, there's a chance that you self-destruct, right?
Yes,
and like that's like a high chance.
Not always.
I had a Togepi. I ran a Togepi from like all the way up to Togetic to like endgame, and I kept using Metronome nonstop. From like level like 8 to like level 100, he blew up like 50 times.
Mine didn't. I trained him too.
Matt.
Like I wanted to train him to see if he grew into anything past Togetic.
We're not talking about your Pokemon's luck. We're talking about your luck.
Very true.
It's only self-destruct. It's self-destruct and then applaud. So you have to use the last move you used before you blew up, which is blowing up. Boom.
So I blow up twice?
You might as well just be a Voltorb.
That's terrible.
Why? You'd be a big angry Pokeball that goes...
That's dumb.
You don't want to go...
No. I don't know how any of them ever made it to evolve into an Electrode.
Because it's just a bigger ball. You just keep being a
but
ball long enough.
their signature move is to blow themselves up.
Yeah, you just be a ball long enough.
No matter which size.
Yeah, just be a ball long enough. And they just faint. You know, it's not like they die. They just wake up later with a hangover. You never get blackout drunk before?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. One of my other favorite, I don't know, you haven't seen Demon Slayer, and I can't for the love of Christ remember any of the stances in that show, but there's like every like specialty stance move they have is like this vivid, colorful nonsense, but they'll like go into a stance, yell, like hit the attack and then run. One of the guys in there, he can only do one thing. I think it's like his one technique is like the lightning strike, and it's just like a speedy lightning attack, but it's the only thing he can do, but he does it so damn well.
Really?
Yeah. Ooh, Bleach.
Bleach in Bleach they mostly had named their weapons.
Yeah.
Some of the attacks were named, I'm not going to lie.
Do you know any of the names of any of the swords?
Yes, I do.
Please hit me, because I can't think of one.
Getsuga Tensho, I believe, was the name of Ichigo's sword. I could be wrong. Could just be the attack he used.
Kevin, did you sit on my phone and knock it off the charger? Because it looks like it's not on the charger and you sat on it. Of course. Knocks my phone off. It's almost dead. Puts his fat butt on it and doesn't even put it back on the charger. And then brushes me off when I call him out.
I am shocked.
I want you guys to know that my friend Kevin doesn't care about me. And just does whatever he wants and hurts my feelings. And he's not even going to fix my phone that he knocked off the charger that he sat on with his big butt.
Are you going to get over it?
If my phone's going to die.
No.
And then I don't answer for like an hour and my girlfriend freaks out. She's like, oh, he's dead. I forgot to text her because she hit me up while we were driving up here. I didn't answer for like 4 more hours. She's like, are you dead? Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, honey. I am dead.
Why would you tell her that?
Because I picked up the phone.
The only other sword that I could remember from that show was Zenbone Zakura, and that was the cherry blossom sword that Byakuya Kushiki wore.
That was a cool
used.
one.
Yeah, it was cool because it would just morph into 1,000 tiny flower petals that
which
would
were
cut
just
people to
blades.
Ribbons. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I should remember Renji's.
I don't remember any of them,
was the dude was the redhead with the sword that had like hooks in it, and
can I talk about Keijo now?
Yes, you can talk about Keijo.
All right, so for those of you who haven't seen Keijo, it translates to Hip Whip Girl, and it's basically an anime about a water sport where you have to knock off your opponent with your ass or your tits. But in anime fashion, it gets fucking crazy. Like, there's this one small little lady. She's got no extenuating features. You know what her move is? Supersonic Wedgie, where she pulls her swimsuit up into her ass so it can go super fast.
What the hell?
Yeah, and it's like a multi-barrage of butt attacks.
That's weird.
It's like this really parody, like, stupid anime, and they know it. Like, one of the, they have a tournament with the other, because this is like a big sport in their universe. They have a fucking competition with another school, and they have, like, this giant, like, water castle obstacle course, and one of these girls from the other school is a big bitch. She's, like, built like a brick shit house. Like, she's like 30 inches, like 300 inches wide. She's big. She's like this big across. She's like 8 feet. And she jumps into the air and the sun blacks out. And she yells ass tack on Titan.
Oh my God.
She picks her legs up by her head and just barrels her ass into this castle and blows like almost everybody off the damn thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't know why you haven't watched it yet, but if you haven't watched it yet, you should. It's on Crunchyroll. It's ridiculous.
It sounds ridiculous.
Oh, dude, it's so funny. There's one It's like it's Shuri you cans. That's what it was. Some chick spins around and uppercuts some bitch with her big old titties, knocks her off.
That's strange.
Yeah, it's art.
It's art.
It's art. It's art and should be respected.
Yes, of course it is.
Yeah. God damn it. Oh, I know we talked about this in a previous episode, but Shield Hero.
All of his attacks had names.
Air Shield, Shield Coffin, Viper Shield, Banshee Shield, Soul Drain.
I feel like a lot of those were shield names and not attack names.
No, Air Shield was like a straight up move. That was the one I told you about before where he'd like project that like luminescent shield.
Yeah.
That's Air Shield. Shield Coffin was all the shields coming together with the chains.
Viper Shield.
There was one move I can't remember, but it was like his big bang move. I think it was called like Judgment. And he'd bring out like this like dark curse avenger to like judge his opponent and put Iron Maiden, that's what it was. So this motherfucker would put him in a shield coffin and then call down the Iron Maiden from the skies of doom and then put the fucking ball into the Iron Maiden and it goes smack. Spikes.
I see.
Yeah.
That seems terrifying.
It was awesome.
Hard. That's definitely an attack of sorts, I feel like.
Yeah, he figured out how to make his extremely defensive capabilities extremely offensive.
That's terrifying.
Dude, that guy was a boss. He was like the strongest one of all of them because he wasn't a moron.
So everyone's just a moron in that universe?
They're all kind of stupid, yeah.
That's,
a little bit. Like, they all, like, give him such a hard time, and he's like, I'm way smarter than all of you. And then he is. Like Dexter's Lab.
Okay. I don't think they had named attacks in Dexter's Lab.
Did Static Shock have named attacks, or he just keeps shooting static?
I think he just kept shooting static, but he did have like grenades that were called zap caps, I think. I had a great one that I wanted to bring up the named attacks in. Oh, this is what it was called. It was called Escryed. Do you remember that one?
I never saw that. I've heard about it a million times, but I never saw it.
I keep bringing it up, and not only did they have like it was a strange anime about people who had this psychic ability to reshape matter around them, and everyone had like a specific thing they did. Like the main guy had an arm that would change, and he was called Kazuma the Shell because it was like a shell. It was like
a hermit crab
shell bullet thing that he would shoot.
Not a hermit
in his
crab.
arm. He wouldn't even fire it at people. It would just be a really strong punch. It started off like with this wing that came off of his back with 3 feathers on it, and every time one broke off, he would call it an attack.
Why is anime so damn dramatic?
Because it has to hold the attention of children.
That's fair.
And as it changed, like he changed all of his attacks names, and he encountered people with. There was a dude in it who his ability was called Super Pinch, and it was basically.
Was he a crab?
No, he wasn't a crab, but he would summon a giant robot, Power Ranger style.
Why must I be continuously disappointed? Why? Where are the crabs? I want a crab.
There is no crab.
Crabby.
You are crabby.
A little bit.
Well, maybe you should eat.
I did. I had a burrito.
How was it?
It was all right.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's a really cool named attack?
What?
The Swanton Bomb.
From WWE?
Yeah.
Matt Hardy or Jeff Hardy?
Both.
I think it was
Walls of Jericho.
Jeff Hardy had that, but Matt Hardy had the. Was it the Twist of Fate?
The Twist of Fate. Do you think that you could defeat any anime character by using Rikishi's Stinky Face move?
No.
Not one.
Maybe one, but I don't see I am minus an ass.
I mean,
so
yeah,
I don't think that would work for me.
Just don't wipe all day.
That seems disgusting.
Can you imagine what his ass was like?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to. Why are you trying to do this to me?
Because most of our podcast is me saying things to make you uncomfortable for the sake of comedy.
It's. I feel like it works.
It does. So yeah, you wouldn't put your duty ass on any anime character to knock them out?
No.
Do you remember Zoids? Did that have named attacks?
It did. Oh man!
right,
in
here we go.
Zoid's, the strike laser claw. And, like every episode, that's how he would win with the strike laser claw.
Strike, laser, claw.
Yes, that.
Technically, every move in Yu-Gi-Oh is a named attack.
Yeah, in Yu-Gi-Oh,
Dark magic attack.
He would even the dark magician even had a defensive ability that he would shout. He would defend with magic spell.
Yeah, which was bullshit.
Yeah, it was, but I think that's only just something he would say to play up the fact that the defense points were high enough to block the attack.
Yeah.
After the trap card that he had played.
Yeah.
For whatever
I'm
reason.
going to place 32 trap cards face down and then end my turn.
32.
Yeah.
How many cards are in your deck?
I am playing Magic the Gathering.
You're playing Magic the
Can you
okay.
imagine that? You show up to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament with Magic the Gathering and it works. The dual disc is like, I recognize these cards. Pew! You win. No one can defeat me. I don't have life points. Oh my god.
Or you only have 20.
Or you only have 20 and then you are fucked.
Yeah.
Unless you have a Slither deck, then you're just a piece of shit.
I don't know what
now
that
we've
is.
got 2 burps this podcast. All right, stop burping into the microphone.
It wasn't into the microphone.
You literally
intentionally.
turned and looked at it and then went "Bleh," and then turned and looked back at me. Don't tell, I'm looking at you. I'm watching you do it. It's on
I'm
camera.
gonna start a burp counter.
Yeah, seriously. And then we'll just point it out. Be like, hey, Matt, remember when you said you didn't burp right in the microphone? There it is. Tyler's going to charge you a cleaning fee.
A cleaning fee.
Yeah.
He might.
It's got to air out these poor things. They're going to smell like Matt's bacon breath.
Bacon.
Or
When did I have
salami.
bacon? Oh, I did have bacon the other day.
Yeah. Last night.
Yeah.
At Denny's at 3 a.m.
Actually, it was today
Yeah.
because it was in the morning.
I only slept 5 hours.
Yeah,
Not
I didn't
even.
sleep much either.
So other big named attacks. I'm trying to think of like other. Now that we get to the topic, I'm like, I don't know any of them.
You don't know any of them.
I'm gonna just go back to Naruto. That's where all my known attacks come from.
Well, okay, you can jump back to Naruto, but you can't go over any that we've already named.
Okay.
How about the Kekkei Genkais?
There's a bunch of Kekkei Genkais, but I don't know like specific names. I know like there's Lava Style and Black Lightning, which one of the
Okay.
guys from the Village Hidden in the Clouds. I think that's wrong. and people are
Village
gonna
hidden in the
at me.
clouds.
Yeah, you know where the Raikage comes
anyone
from.
who knows for real, please leave a message in the comments telling him that you know better than him.
Yeah, please do. I just so much broccoli, I can't keep track. Oh, yo, we're missing like a big one. My Hero Academia, shoot style, bam, bam. Detroit Smash, United States of Smash,
The Delaware Smash.
Delaware Smash,
The Manchester Smash.
the Manchester Smash.
United States of Smash.
I already said that, but I'll say it again.
because it was awesome.
Smashing in the USA.
I like how the electric guy's attack is says 10,000 volts.
Yeah, because then he shorts out and is dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how Bakugo has no attacks. He just keeps exploding.
Bakugo? No,
Yeah.
he has attacks.
Yeah, he just keeps exploding.
The armor piercing shot, the AP shot that
Oh,
he
yeah,
learned,
that's true.
and I think he I thought he had a name for the gauntlet attack that he used, where he just fired it.
I
For
can't
a
remember.
distance.
Too much stuff, man.
The what was the kid with the sticky balls?
He didn't even have. I just call him Grape Coon.
Great. Oh yeah,
Like the penguin from the zoo, but
he had
he's
an
just a
attack,
grape-
grape rush,
Yeah, Grape Rush, where he just throws a bunch of balls from his head and then gets bloody.
or he makes a whip out of them.
Yeah,
and
which I
hits
thought
people
was
with it.
hilarious.
It really was. It worked.
You know who my favorite powered person is? Mount Lady.
Mount Late. Why?
I just wanted to crush me to death.
Yeah.
Doesn't everybody? She's got a whole fan club. They're
She
just like,
does have a
"Please
whole
kill
fan
us."
club.
Yeah.
What was her companion's attack? The lacquer prison, the wood lacquer prison.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
But everybody, even Endeavor had attacks. But the villains had attack names too.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool because usually you only see one side of it.
Yeah, because like the villains are like, I don't need to tell you what I'm about to do to you.
But they would sometimes.
Yeah, to gloat, which was that bad idea.
No. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, but I like that one guy whose like attack was Sugar Rush. He just ate a bunch of cake and was like, I have muscles. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, ran out of sugar. Diabetic. Got to take a nap. What if that's what he just had super diabetes?
He had super diabetes.
Yeah.
You know, in I think in the manga, Lemillion's special attack was called Phantom Menace.
That makes me happy. That makes me very happy in all of my heart.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just cool to think about that they made that reference, that joke.
Do you ever wonder why we see like all these like Japanese inspired things that have like named attacks, but like we don't see like Captain America being like, you know, Freedom Punch?
You know, I don't think that, and I haven't thought about that. No.
They don't name any, they just do cool shit, you know? We don't have Black Widow, she's like Super Widow Strike, and she just like punches you 18 times.
I don't think she would say that.
No, she wouldn't. None of them would. That's why they don't.
No.
I wonder why. Where's the cutoff?
Well, I guess it's in a difference of, well, not culture, but
I mean, I guess culture.
it would have to be, right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that one.
Kaioken.
Kaioken, we already said that, and that's not a attack. That's more of a technique.
I'm going to count it.
It boosts his power.
Times 1, 2, 3, 4, 10.
Up to 10.
20.
He could do Kaioken
He did up
times
to 20, yeah.
But I think it goes like 1 to 10, and then it just goes to 20. Like, he can't do Kaioken times 12.
If he wanted to, but why would he bother?
Yeah, like, why not just jump the 10 space? If you need to, like, do it, just do it, you know?
It kind of, it would have been nice if it worked out when he did use it.
I mean, yeah, most of the time it didn't. I mean, just like, too, when, like, League opens his 8 gates, most of the time he gets his shit rocked. But he's trying.
He is.
He's a ninja in a magical ninja world with no magic. And he's still doing it.
He is, which is awesome.
One of the best.
I thought so.
I liked Sai, because he painted and he was like, look at my cats. Look at my big foo dogs that'll bite you. Double foo dog attack. Fang over fang. Dynamic marking. I was like, that's gross. They're just pissing everywhere.
It worked.
But I mean, like, he's just pissing everywhere.
What was the name of the guy he fought? Sakon of the West Gate? That guy who would collapse into his brother and they'd both like inhabit one body.
Oh, the two-headed dude?
Yeah. He could step out of himself, I guess.
Yeah.
Or retreat into their body to heal.
Yeah.
Did that have a name?
I don't think he ever like called it a name or anything. Not that I could remember, because that was such a long time ago that I watched that portion of Naruto.
I see.
I did like I can't remember the actual name. I think it's called like Mudslide Dragon, but Pudding Dragon.
Pudding Dragon?
Yeah, I can't remember what the actual thing is, but Pudding Dragon gets me every time.
Why?
I don't know. It's just funny. It's just an old man running at a child molester.
You know what's great?
What?
We didn't even touch the surface of this one. Okay. Zatch Bell.
I don't remember Zatch Bell at all.
You don't remember Zatch Bell at all?
I've seen it, but like I couldn't tell you about a single episode.
Basically, the premise was a bunch of doll-sized people.
I know what it's about. Oh. I just can't remember a single detail about it. Besides that, they're puppets.
Aside from what it's about.
He's a puppet, and he shoots lightning, and they fight other puppets.
Yes.
That's the extent of my knowledge.
Okay.
I don't know, and I don't care.
Well, but I'm going to say it because that's what people tune in for. Yeah, no,
please tell them.
Okay. So the point was to find, they're called Momotos, and it was to find the next king. The next king would be the last one standing. The way to defeat another one was to burn their spell book. And in order to access each spell book, they needed a human partner.
I already have a question.
Okay.
So, to find the king, you have to kill all the other puppets.
To be the king, you have to kill all the other puppets.
What the fuck are you the king of? You killed all the other puppets.
When you burn their book, it sends them back to the Momoto world.
Oh.
It doesn't, like, they disappear. They don't just die.
They just go home.
Yeah.
So, but wait, so then what happens to the guy who wins? Does he also go home at the end?
I haven't honestly seen up to the end.
Wow, all right. Now I've got this huge question that's never going to get answered because I'm not going to watch Zatch Bell. Oh, hey, look.
Let us know in the comments.
This is my favorite named attack. It's Smokescreen.
The Smokescreen?
See? Smokescreen. It's going to get hazy in here.
Oh, man. Why you got to use named attacks in here? I thought we're not supposed to do that. We told the producer we wouldn't. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
I didn't tell the producer anything.
Smoke Halo. He ruined it.
Oh, that was the point. Yeah, you just use haze. That's a good one. It's like Smokescreen. I like how too this is rolled so well you can see where it started. Who rolled that? Glenn, you're champion. You got magic fingers. You don't need Twitter fingers. You got magic fingers. My guy. Here you go, T-Money.
T-Money, do you have a favorite named attack that you would like to mention?
No.
No, I guess not. Maybe. Yes.
What is it?
I think it gets no better than the people's elbow, no?
The People's
The
Elbow?
People's Elbow,
That's so
yes.
funny. Were you in here when I said Swanton Bomb earlier?
No, but that's an amazing reference.
Right? I love this fucking guy.
That's great.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Alex, do you have a favorite named attack that's not from WWE or F or Raw or ECW?
Wait, I didn't have to play by those rules.
No,
Yeah.
you don't.
No, but I'm trying to get a little bit of spice in this mix.
Oh, okay.
You're the salt and pepper. Now I need like cayenne or chili powder.
Buddhist palm.
What?
Buddhist palm.
Buddhist pump?
Buddhist palm.
Palm
From what?
Kung Fu Hustle, Iron Monkey.
Oh,
Buddha palm.
okay. See, that's a reference that even got me. I haven't seen Kung Fu Hustle and
It's been forever.
yeah.
I actually, when he mentioned the People's Elbow, I remembered an attack from Yu Yu Hakusho that I want to bring to light.
Okay, hit
And
me.
it sounds like something that would be in an abridged series, but actually, it was in the regular show when he fought Rando in the Genkai tournament. He was about to lose. Rando was chanting the spell to shrink Yusuke like he used on Kuwabara in the fight before, but Yusuke couldn't hear it, so it didn't work. Because you need to hear it for it to affect you,
Right.
And because he couldn't hear it, the ability rebounded and hit Rando. So he was the one who shrank himself, and Yusuke didn't have the energy to fight or punch him, so he just kind of fell. And when he fell, he landed on him with his elbow, and he said, after crushing him that way, he rolled over and said, "And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my super elbow drop." And then kind of just stopped talking for a little bit.
Got mud in his ears, right?
Yeah, it was swamp algae.
Excellent. This is excellent.
It worked.
Did Inuyasha have a named attack? Didn't he do like
He
a
had
wind
lots of them.
something?
He had the Blades of Blood. He had the Iron Reaver Soul Stealer. He
I
had
remember the Iron Reaver
his
Soul
sword
Stealer.
Tetsaiga that he would just shout when he swung it at people. He had the Wind Scar.
That's what I was thinking of, was the wind scar.
the Backlash Wave.
Yeah,
the Adamant Barrage.
What was
the
Moroku's
Mados
hole?
on Getsuha.
What was that hole in his hand?
The hole in his companion Miroku had a hole in his hand called the Wind Tunnel, and it was
Yes.
actually a curse that was put on his grandfather
Yeah.
by the guy they're pursuing in this anime, Naraku.
Can you imagine how scared he gets when he tries to masturbate?
You know what? I bet he just uses the other hand.
Nah. That guy is a weirdo, and he likes the danger.
You
It's
know
the
what? He
only
might-
thing that gets him over the edge.
I really loved, actually, in the first movie of Inuyasha, someone was like, "Hey, that seems useful. I'm gonna borrow that power," and they kind of just copied it, and they didn't know that it was a curse.
Yeah.
And they're like, this isn't powerful enough. I'm gonna cut it and open it up a little bit.
Dumb.
And they just sucked them in because they didn't understand.
Dumb.
It was hilarious. Oh
So-
man.
I just love when bad stuff happens to bad people.
Right?
Yeah. Karma. It's beautiful.
Sesshomaru had named attacks too in that show. Do you remember any of them?
I remember almost nothing about anything at all times.
The poison claw or the whip of light or his sword, the Tenseiga, which didn't actually hurt anybody, but
Yeah, it was the healing blade. He was so pissed about that
he
all
was.
the time.
He was. He
Like,
was so
This
pissed
is
off
bullshit.
about it.
Fuck you, Dad. Like the older brother who, instead of getting the Camaro, gets like the fancy riding mower. Still goes.
It's still helpful and
Yeah,
useful,
right.
but it's not what he wanted.
It's not pulling chicks. It's cutting grass.
Hey, that's useful too.
Yeah, no, I guess you're right. You got me there.
What about things that aren't useful, like splash?
Oh wow, yeah, like Splash. Splash is a useless name attack until you run out of moves. Then he's what is it? Frustrated? Flail? Whenever they run out of moves.
Out of PP.
Yeah.
That's what it said in the game.
Yeah, you ran out of PP.
I used to think that that's how Charmander used fire because that's when
His
I ran
PP?
out of Ember. I tried
PP?
to use the Ember attack and said, "You don't have enough PP." I'm like, "Oh my god, he pees on them."
You were an odd kid, huh?
You knew that.
Yeah, I did know that after I've been friends with you for so long. Well, damn.
I did not plan it that way.
What would you call that attack? What would you name that?
An unfortunate turn of events.
I'd call it delayed ash bomb.
I think Captain Planet would have been more effective if he named his attacks. In fact, you know what? I love this concept so much in any D&D game that I'm running or tabletop type of game that I run. I give bonuses to people who name their attacks. And I mention that and almost no one ever does. I can't believe it. It really bothers me because I want to see more of it.
Well, I mean, Matt, realistically, it's Dungeons and Dragons. So if you got any kind of crazy magic, it's already got a name. And if you're a fighter, you really can't do anything crazy besides go bonk.
You can do. There's all kinds of stuff. You can trip them. You can disarm
but that's
them.
one action.
You can sunder something they're holding or carrying. There are so many possible options. You can drag them. You can push them.
But
you can
most
trip
named
them.
attacks
You can
are a
grapple.
combo. So
Yes.
you'd have to give me like 5 turns to get my combo off to be my named attack.
You know what? I've done it. I pulled it off a couple times myself. Usually, I start off with something to slow them down, like grease, but
I don't have that kind of patience.
it'll continue to affect them multiple rounds because they have to either move or risk falling.
That's fair. All right, you got me.
I like if someone tried to use something like the Super Ghost Kamikaze attack in a D&D game, I would totally give it to them.
I don't know how they would even do that.
It's as simple as shooting a magic missile that explodes.
Yeah, but it looks like ghosts.
You could make it look like whatever you wanted.
Prestidigitation.
No, not even with that.
I'm
I would
just going to
you
shoot a
could-
bunch of dicks from now on.
That's terrible.
It's going to be a bunch of big dildos just flying at monsters.
Why would you do that?
Why wouldn't you do that?
Because it's...
What kind of embarrassing death is that? He shot me with 3 glowing dildos and I died.
I'm sorry you were ghost dick to death.
Yeah, you just got ghosted. I killed a goblin by hitting it so hard with a spectral like energy cock. That's my new attack, spectral energy cock.
I really don't think you should call
Big
it
ol'
that.
wave of dicks.
No.
Big old wave of dicks.
You should stop now.
No, don't take this from me. Don't be a fun killer.
There's nothing else you would want to... No other attack you'd have wanted to try. Nothing else you'd want to try to form it into.
Nope. Bigger dick. One giant dick that just falls over on the battlefield. Crushing everyone beneath its weight.
Why?
I'll call it the Venusaurus. I should not ever be given any form of power.
No, you shouldn't.
Nothing.
I think in the earlier X-Men Legends games, they all had names for their special attacks.
I don't ever
also.
remember X-Men having named attacks.
In the shorter, like in the PlayStation 2 days where you could multiplayer on the Xbox, the original Xbox, or the PlayStation 2, they had attacks like Nightcrawler had an attack like called the Blindside Blitz, and Optic Rage was Cyclops' attack, and it would he'd just rip his visor off and everything in front of him would be destroyed. Logan or Wolverine would have Savage Berserker Fury, I think it was called, and everything on the screen would just take slashing damage and
I feel like that's a video game thing, though.
It might have just been a video game thing, but
You
it's
know.
still really cool. In that reference,
There's one we haven't touched on, and I, for the life of me, can't actually recall if there are named attacks in it. But Gurren Lagann?
The Giga Drill Break.
Yeah, there we go. That's one.
Definitely. Very important.
I knew there had to be like 1 or 2. Was there a name at the end of like the series where they did that giant like 800-mile long like spectral energy blast that like shot into the heavens on the ship? Like that just big crazy power move at the one point?
I don't think so.
See, like, do you think that kind of attack would get a name?
You would think so. But no.
You know,
What would your attack be?
what do you mean?
If you had a named attack?
Like with my human powers?
Yes.
Punch? I don't. What
You
do
just
you
call
mean?
it punch?
Yeah. I can't do anything special. Every move I could do already has a name.
Well, you could make something up like pocket sand.
That's just throwing sand in someone's eyes.
It was effective.
Yeah, Yeah, but Matt, like, if I don't have a power, it's just like, hey, I'm gonna punch you with this kind of punch. That's my special move.
Gut punch stunner.
I'm gonna.
Boom.
Okay,
There
I
you
see
go.
what you're saying. Uppercut special.
Uppercut special.
Yeah, I punch you in
does
the
that come
chin
with
and then I throw a
fries?
pie in your face.
You throw a pie in their face?
Yeah, the special, it's full of, well, that's
AIDS.
the special part. No. Where would I get that? Just gotta go down my ass. Yeah, I don't know where I'd get that, just like siphon it from someone. Excuse me. Syringe.
I don't think that would be cool.
I don't know. I don't think that either. No, it wouldn't be a pie
What an
full
attack.
of AIDS. No, it'd just be an uppercut and a pie. Maybe I'd sack tap you. I don't know.
That would be painful, probably.
Yeah, no, it'd be a problem. Definitely ruin your day. I think.
It might.
Unless you like getting pied in the face.
I feel like I might have an attack involving salt because I used to carry a lot of it.
I feel like your attack would be a phlegm-based attack.
You think so?
Like-
Mighty mucus.
Mucus shot. You just like hock a loogie so fast it would like split someone's skull in half.
That'd be terrifying.
Yeah,
and weird.
and gross.
Very gross.
Yeah, super gross. Oh man, you'd have like a slime net.
A slime
Yeah,
net.
you just sneeze and a net comes out of your nose.
Ah. You know who I could see having a power like that? Carl Weezer from Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy's mom. his special move is simp.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Bro, did you watch Jimmy Neutron?
Did you see the snot bubble that he blew with his
yeah.
inhaler to float up
Fly.
off the ground?
Yeah. Man, what other attack would I feel like Carl Weezer would also have like an attack like Llama Rush.
Oh yeah, Llama Palooza.
Yeah, Llama Palooza, and there'd just be 10,000 llamas like stampeding over a corpse.
It actually was an attack he used in one of the
in
shows.
that video game
Yeah.
episode where they were like
They were trapped
warped
in the video
Who were
games.
they fighting? That big angry robot that the Nebula guy couldn't, or what was the
Crash Nebula.
Crash
that was a Timmy Turner.
No,
Fairly
so
Odd
what
Parents
was
thing.
Sheen Ultralord? There we go.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of it for a second. Ultralord couldn't defeat Clanky Robot Man.
Clanky robot?
He reminded me of Clamps from Futurama, the only guy in Futurama with a named attack. I'm gonna give you the Clamps.
You think you should give him the clamps? Oh, really? You're a
think-
genius,
Yes.
you idiot.
Well,
You know what? I have an attack that I think would be
gosh.
interesting to use, and I
Okay.
call it ending credits. We're gonna use it in a couple seconds.
oh shit! You got me for a second. I thought you were gonna. I'm gonna use substitution and get out of here.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna be logged.
I went upstairs. This is just a clone.
Why would you leave? You're supposed to leave a log.
I didn't have a log.
You had a clone?
Yeah, he was hanging out upstairs.
Oh.
Or do you just carry a log with you?
If I'm gonna use the substitution jutsu, you better bet I'm gonna bring a log with me to use with.
All
it
right.
only makes sense.
All right, that's fair. I'm gonna use the I'm done with this shit attack.
All right. Have a good one. I cast ending credits.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit the subscribe, comment, like, share.
Don't forget that little bell thing.
Check out Matt's Fet Life profile.
I don't have one.
He has any harmony though. You can find him there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. you get a ton of hits now.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think so. You have like you've got that weird like cringy dad appeal, but you wear a turtleneck and you're like a fucking villain, and that's mysterious.
I'll wear a turtleneck in the next episode so you guys can see what he's talking about.
Turtleneck attack.
The turtleneck attack.
Yeah, you just shrink into it.
That's not an attack.
Yeah, it is. They come to see what happens, and you bite their hand like a turtle. Good night, everyone.
Have a good night, everybody.
And then cue the theme music.
Thank you.